Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Todd Chrisley had surprisingly strict dress code for Lindsay. In a shocking twist, Todd Chrisley had a surprisingly strict dress code for his eldest daughter, Lindsay Chrisley. Though the two had a strained relationship for many years, they did reconcile before he went to prison for 12 years. Now, the 35-year-old is opening up about being a Chrisley daughter and the rules she had to abide by. Keep reading for further details. Todd Chrisley's strict dress code for Lindsay. Lindsay Chrisley has been shunned by her siblings, especially her younger sister, Savannah Chrisley. They had all come together before their parents, Julie and Todd Chrisley, were sentenced. In October 2022, Lindsay appeared on Savannah's podcast, and it looked like they were mending whatever broken fences had been there in the past. Unfortunately, that did not last long, as Savannah alleged her sister was to blame for their parents' conviction. More so, she claimed Lindsay had been a snitch and their relationship fell apart and has been irretrievably broken. Fortunately, both girls are still very close to Todd's mother, Nanny Faye Chrisley, and she will pop by both podcasts. She was just on Unlocked discussing the holidays and Savannah's boyfriend, Robert Shiver. Nanny also predicted when she foresees Todd and Julie coming home. She was also on Lindsay's Southern Tea podcast talking about moving and major life changes. Now Lindsay is opening up about what it was like growing up with Todd as her father and the strict rules he enforced upon her. According to People, Todd Chrisley had a very strict dress code for Lindsay Chrisley when she was a teenager. This is interesting given he was all about making his children and himself as pretty as possible. She dished on this during her Coffee Convos podcast, which she co-hosts alongside Teen Mom alum Kylie Lowry. Lindsay noted Todd was against her wearing skirts or skirts because he absolutely was not being a part of that. How did this come up? So how did the whole dress code situation even come up? After all, Kylie Lowry has 6 boys and an infant daughter, Valley. Therefore, she has not made it to the tween or teenage part of worrying about what her daughter is wearing just yet. Apparently, Lindsay Chrisley was interested in Kaylin's opinion on a new fad that girls are wearing called butterfly skirts. Lindsay is also a boy mom with her son, Jackson being just 11. Kaylee noted that girls should be free to express themselves because they are not the problem. She added, "Growing up in the Chrisley household wasn't just about Southern manners and monogrammed napkins. It was about appearances. From the marble floors to the crisp collar lines, Todd Chrisley's perfectionist standards extended far beyond home decor and financial finesse. But one of the most unexpected parts of living under his roof: the strict dress code he enforced, especially for his eldest daughter, Lindsay. Todd always believed presentation was a reflection of values. If you look like a mess, he'd often say, people will assume your life is one. It wasn't enough for Lindsay to dress nicely. She had to dress Todd Chrisley perfect. No chipped nails, no wrinkled skirts, and absolutely no flip-flops, not even on laundry day. From an early age, Lindsay learned her closet had to be curated with precision. Todd implemented what he called the 3 C's for all of his daughters: classy, covered, and coordinated. If Lindsay came downstairs in shorts that were 2 inches too short, Todd would send her right back up to change. Do you think Michelle Obama would wear that to the grocery store? He'd quiz her dramatically. Even socks weren't safe from scrutiny. Lindsay, are those socks white or eggshell? He once asked before Sunday church. Which she blinked, unsure how to answer. He declared, "Go put on something with less confusion." This family does not attend the Lord's house, looking like Easter leftovers. Lindsay, now an adult and a mother herself, has spoken in candid moments about how her father's obsession with appearances impacted her. In an emotional podcast episode, she reflected, "I always felt like a walking mannequin in someone else's window display. Even as a teenager, I couldn't really develop my own style. More intense when Lindsay hit her teenage years. Crop tops? Absolutely not. Ripped jeans? We are not dressing like we've been attacked by wolves," Todd would scoff. Even nail polish colors were regulated. No neon, no black, and nothing called hot tamale, Todd would announce during back-to-school shopping trips. "This is not a rave in Miami." Homecoming dances were a particularly sore spot. When Lindsay found a dress she loved for sophomore year, something she described as flirty but tasteful, Todd vetoed it on the spot. "It's giving me more Vegas cocktail waitress than Southern debutante," he announced, then proceeded to march her to a boutique he pre-approved, where she was guided into a floor-length lavender gown with cap sleeves. Now this, he smiled proudly, is Chrisley couture. The pressure didn't stop at what Lindsay wore, it extended to how she wore it. Todd would often hover by the front door, late roller in hand, inspecting every outfit before his children left the house. "Posture, Lindsay. Pull your shoulders back. You're not delivering newspapers on a tricycle, you're my daughter." Eventually, Lindsay began pushing back. As she reached college age and started experimenting with her own identity, the two butted heads frequently. One day, she arrived at the family's Nashville home in ripped boyfriend jeans and a loose band tee. Todd gasped as if someone had set fire to his prayer candles. "Are you in a grunge band now? Did you leave your washing machine on a Greyhound bus?" She rolled her eyes. "It's just clothes, Dad." "It's never just clothes," Todd snapped. "It's a statement. It says who you are. And my daughter is not saying, 'I woke up in a dumpster behind Waffle House.'" Eventually, the tension over fashion became symbolic of deeper issues in their relationship. Todd's desire to control Lindsay's appearance echoed his desire to control other areas of her life. Who she dated, what she posted, even how she spoke in public. Their rocky father-daughter dynamic, already fraught with emotional complexity, became further tangled in the fabric of hemlines and hairdos. But with time, Lindsay began to embrace her own style, one that was no longer filtered through Todd's sharply critical lens. These days, she's often seen in soft boho dresses, sneakers, and cozy cardigans. "I dress for comfort now," she said in an interview, "not perfection. I think there's strength in looking like yourself instead of a curated character." Todd, for his part, hasn't completely let go. Even from prison, according to a source close to the family, he once commented on a photo of Lindsay in a sleeveless jumpsuit on Instagram. "You're glowing, sweetheart. But maybe add a shawl next time." It's a comment that perfectly sums up their complicated bond, deep love wrapped in unsolicited wardrobe advice. Lindsay has learned to shrug it off. "That's just who he is," she said with a small smile. "I used to think I had to live up to his version of who I should be. Now I know that the only approval I need is from myself, and maybe Chloe if she says I look cool." In the end, Todd's dress code might have been about more than aesthetics. It was his way of trying to protect, preserve, and present his family in a world he feared might judge them too harshly. But for Lindsay, breaking free from that code meant finding not just her fashion sense, but her freedom.